Hello, this is Jon Cook, your instructor. I'd like to provide to you an orientation on the principles of management so that you get a feel for the system as it lays out in all its many pieces. The intent is to fill in this three-dimensional figure. It's actually going to be 4 dimensions when we get done, so that you can start putting the bits and pieces together in their proper places. Think of it like a mail sorting set of shelves. You've got a particular place to put different items, and if I can label these on these 4 dimensions, then we can start sorting out the principles of management and where to start putting things. First, let's do a vocabulary lesson. The first word is taxonomy. A taxonomy is a grouping or a classifying of things. You probably remember this from biology. We were breaking things into plants and animals broke down into invertebrates and vertebrates. So we could break things into its different categories. So as we go through our principles of management, we're going to be looking at the taxonomy of the management system. Another word will be parse. To parse is to break apart a sentence into its components. What we're going to be using here is a specialized meaning, which is to examine in a minute way. So get ready. We're going to look at the principles of management and parse it out. The bottom line that I want you to take away from this is a triple bottom line. It's given to us by John Elkington in his book, Cannibals with Forks. He came up with 3 critical bottom lines: profit, people, and planet, the 3 P's. So as we proceed through here, remember our foundation is the triple bottom line: profit, people, and planet. And there's our bottom line, a foundation. I want you to start thinking like a business, a small business. When I say 1, 2, 3, I want you to say me and company. 1, 2, 3, me and company. Great. You're now mentally incorporated. And there's our bottom line. Whatever we put on this foundation is going to be whole, positive numbers. Ethical, socially responsible, sustainable, long term. In the upper left, I'm going to put the content functions, and in the upper right, I'm going to put the process functions. And they cooperate together. Think of them as being multiplied. Content times process, whole positive numbers by being ethically and socially responsible. Here comes our content functions on the left. The first one is production, goods, services, ideas. All organizations provide goods, services, and ideas. Even you. You produce papers, you answer questions, you come up with ideas. Hey, you're like a small business. Production, good services, and ideas. Marketing. You got to market the product. You market also. They're called resumes and college transcripts. Research and development, taking future production and making it better. Bigger, better, faster, cheaper, smarter, sexier, thinner. We're going to put it in R&D. You're in R&D right now in school. Hey, you're in R&D for me and company. Welcome to St. Ambrose. Now our bottom line is finance. Got to take care of the money. But one of the other critical functions we put in there is human resources. So there's our 5 basic business functions: production, marketing, research and development, human resources, and finance. Now let's take a look at the right side of the screen and put it through a management process. The management cycle will have four cyclical functions, and here we go. The first one is planning. You plan by asking and answering three questions. Where are you going? Where are you now? And how are you going to get there? You can take that how you're going to get there, and that's a decision stated as an objective. Who does what, when, where, by when, how much, how well. Next, we're going to get organized. We organize people, time, decision information, money, and things. We take big projects and break it into bite-sized pieces. We can lay them out in sequence. We can show how different elements relate to one another. Get organized. And then we direct. We actually do it. While we're doing it, we're going to control. After we accomplish our task, we're then going to evaluate. We control and evaluate by asking and answering 5 questions. What went right? What went wrong? Why was it wrong? What should it have been? And what do we do next time? We take the results of control and plug it in. It specifically links into the where are we now question. You want to know where you are now? Take a look at the results of your previous control step. We'll take a look at this slide now. We've got content that we're going to put through the management cycle. 2 quick examples. Production. We plan production, organize production, direct production, control production. Human resource management. Take human resources and plan human resources, organize human resources, direct human resources, control human resources. Can take what you've learned in your control step and plug it into your next human resources planning step. Well, now we can fill out 2 of our 4 dimensions. Notice that the dimension I have running off to the horizon is the management cycle, planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Across the bottom, the X horizontal axis, I've got our 5 business functions: production, marketing, research and development, human resources, and finance. Well, now we have the vertical, the y-axis functions. Let's take a look at that. It's going to be the levels of the organization. We're going to take a look from the entire overarching organization and then its subdivisions and teams as we get down all the way down to the individual. Our management courses are arranged in such a level of organization. Management 449 is strategic management, which takes a look at the entire organization and the strategies to be employed in managing an entire organization. Management 332 is organizational theory and behavior, which looks at the interactions of all 3 levels of the organization. Management 320, human resource management, deals at the individual level. How do we manage job descriptions, then hiring against that description, training, developing, disciplining, rewarding, and then getting off into pay and benefits. So human resource management's down at the individual level. Well, let's put it all together. Ta-da! There's 3 of the dimensions. So we have the content functions running across the bottom. Running off to the horizon is the management cycle, the process functions. We've got the 3 levels of the organization, and the 4th dimension is time. We're going to have to sort things out, parse the principles of management, and put them in their proper places. Have you ever put together a 1,000-piece puzzle? You've seen them at the store or got them yourselves. You got 1,000 pieces in there. What do you look at to help assemble the pieces? The cover on the puzzle box. And there you're looking at it. There's the cover to your management puzzle. Thank you for your attention. Here's the references that were used to help develop this presentation.